Ready, set, go. In which decade was the air conditioning invented? That was your bonus question. Welcome to Mrs. Quiz. In this quiz you'll get 20 more challenging questions. I post new quizzes every week, so hit like and subscribe so you don't miss out. At the end of the quiz, remember to post your score in the comments. Let's get back to it. In which decade was the credit card invented? Shout out to Daniel for taking the time to comment and help me improve my quizzes. You're the best. In which decade was the microphone invented? In which decade were potato chips invented? In which decade was the Scotch tape invented? Cheeky reminder to smash that subscribe and like button. In which decade was the drinking straw invented? In which decade was the World Wide Web invented? In which decade was the parking meter invented? In which decade was Viagra invented? In which decade was the submarine invented? This is question number 10, by the way, if you are keeping tab. In which decade was the aspirin tablet invented? In which decade were carbonated soft drinks invented? In which decade were shoelaces invented? In which decade was Play-Doh invented? In which decade were jeans invented? That was question number 15. 5 more to go plus a bonus. In which decade was the helicopter invented? In which decade was dry cleaning invented? In which decade was the donut invented? In which decade were contact lenses invented? In which decade was the bicycle invented? This is question 20, you're almost done. Don't forget to post your score in the comments. In which decade was the automated teller machine, ATM, invented? That's the end of the quiz. Let me know your score in the comments. Hit like if you had fun. Hit subscribe to get more quizzes. I post new videos weekly. And if you want to be super nice, send this video to one of your friends that might enjoy it, it helps a lot. If you have any suggestions or quiz ideas, I'd love to hear them. I check the comments on my videos super often. And with that, I'll leave you with a few more quizzes to choose from on screen. Have a special day.